There's a Shakespearean saying, a coward dies 1,000 deaths before his actual death. The valiant die but once. It's in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. Today we have a story that exemplifies this. We have the protagonist here, John the Baptist, not shaken by anything, even when his head is going to be placed on a platter and served as menu in a big banquet. And we have Herod, the ruler of Galilee, shaking like the reed in the wind because he was a man of fears. He feared John the Baptist for the right reason, that he is a prophet, but he feared more his illegal wife Herodias and his stepdaughter and the guests at the banquet, because he cared so much for his lust, so much for his power. He cared for his false pride, for his honor before human beings. So these two contrasting figures stand before us as a big challenge. Are we able to act like John the Baptist when we are faced with challenges of losing something, even as small as a little money or a job or a pleasure? Often we are never challenged with our life. Or are we acting like Herod, who craves for power, pleasure, position, and then he has to fear everyone? Sin always enslaves the person. St. Paul has said this very clearly. Sin not only enslaves the person, sin again breeds more sin. If you tell one lie, to justify that you will have to tell more lies. If you steal something, then you will have to tell lies, you will have to pretend, you will have to do a lot of things. If you commit any sin, even in hiding, even in darkness or in the sight of no one and nobody knows it, even those kind of sins come to torment us like Herod was tormented. Today's gospel tells when Jesus came, Herod feared that it is reincarnation of John the Baptist. He has come back to life to retaliate. So you begin to fear even the shadows when you are in sin. Whereas if you stand for truth, you don't have to fear anything. Of course, you may have to pay a price for it, you may lose your head, but you will never lose your honor, you will be remembered. We all know the story of Herod. He had illegally married his half-brother's wife, Herodias. And John the Baptist, prompted by God, condemned it. And that's the beginning of the entire story. Today, John the Baptist remains, in the heart of millions and millions of people. Whereas Herod died in exile, what he feared happened to him. So when we make decisions in our everyday life, we only need to fear God. Ask God if this is the right decision for this moment. If you begin to fear others, popular opinion, significant people, or our own passions and desires, we will be forced to take wrong decisions, make false promises like Herod today, and then pay a big price as a consequence. So today's gospel invites us to stand firm on our convictions and listen to the voice of God and not to others. We remember Saint Blaise today. He was a bishop in Armenia, and he was forced to flee the place because of persecution, but he was again hunted down by the soldiers and he was condemned to death, but he never wanted to forsake his faith. He stood for it and he died as a martyr. So this is a challenge of our everyday life. Christian life is an everyday martyrdom. We may be bleeding every day a little bit because of our conviction, because of our decisions, and because of our choices. But John the Baptist, Saint Blaise reminds us it's worth doing. And that is where God is waiting for us to meet.